Leo, this could be a birthday year that you will never forget. And I'm not saying that just to be cute. Jupiter is in your sign for the first time in 12 years. We have had a solar eclipse in your sign. The South Node is moving through Leo, which is asking you to leave something behind just as you're wanting your life to move forward with the solar eclipses. So, what happens when you're being asked to grow, but also let go at the same time? The astrology, I think, is saying this: something may be ready to come back to life in your world. A bold move could take you somewhere you have never been before. And Leo, something you care very deeply about may be ready to find a whole new place in your world. We're going to see, Leo, where this year is taking you and what the tarot has to say about the birthday year ahead that you may never forget. So Leo, welcome to your birthday reading. Please drop your birthday in the comments so I can wish you a very, very happy year ahead. And if you're a Leo moon or rising, let me know that too. You are, of course, very welcome in this reading as well. And because it's your birthday, I wanted to do something a little different for you. We are actually going to use 3 asteroids to uncover some fascinating themes for your year ahead. If asteroids are new to you, think of them as another layer of astrology. They can reveal themes and stories that the major planets don't always show us. And we are going to start with Isis. So Isis, what comes back to life? That is our first asteroid today. We're going to clarify with the tarot. Her energy reminds us that something can be renewed and revived, and that we can bring life back to something that still has a future. And guess what? Isis is in your sign, Leo, during your birthday season. So what are you going to be reviving in your life? What are you giving a second life to? Let's ask the tarot. All right, Leos, let's see. We have a Knight of Coins. We have the Star, beautiful. Empress in your heart, the Hermit, the Virgo energy, and the 3 of Coins. Wow, so 2 number 3s here. And 3 is the number of creation. I think the key here is the Virgo energy that is showing up. And the Taurus energy. I mean, this is very grounded. And also, the 3 of Coins, very grounded, very stable, very practical. Very nurturing, very healing. I think there's something here about you investing in a healing activity, a healing pursuit that is very spiritually aligned for you. Yes, sure, you could make money at it. Absolutely. Knight of Coins, 3 of Coins, 100%. It's something you're very skilled at. It's something where when you focus on it, this 3 of Coins, like all time slips away. Like, it's a beautiful activity that nurtures your heart, the Empress, and brings great healing, and also makes you feel really good with the Star here. Like you feel like it's part of your star-born destiny. It's using a gift and talent, 3 of Coins, that you already have within you. And it could absolutely be healing gifts, creative gifts, spiritual gifts, all of these particular things. Mothering, nurturing gifts, with the Empress in your heart. What I think is interesting here for some of you, there might be something going on. Now, you have to apply the energies to your life, but there could be a revival when it comes to family relationships. So being a mother, being a grandmother, maybe healing and repairing some sort of relationship with your mother or as a mother. And this can include, like, even if your mother's passed on, it can be, making sense of there's nothing negative in this spread, but it could just be like, I'm healing from whatever might have happened then. There could be pregnancy going on with these energies as a revival. If, again, something didn't work out before, maybe that dream of adopting or finally getting pregnant or something like that could be revived. Absolutely. Very possible with these energies. I mean, we have three strong major arcanas. We have the Hermit, very spiritual and spiritual guide oriented energy, the Empress, again, the mothering, the nurturing, and the destiny energy also of the star. So these three here can absolutely, for me, be an energy of, alignment with soul and spirit to create something gorgeous in your life, which includes a baby, a grandbaby, creative projects, etc. This Knight of Coins is very nice because this suggests to me a contemplation of the value of this path, the value of doing this revival, of reconnecting with your creativity, reconnecting with maybe a relationship that nurtures you. That is another possibility here. Or reconnecting just with your creative and nurturing energies and sharing them with other people, because the Aquarius energy showing up here is your seventh house of other people. And the Three of Coins can also be about energies and creative things that we do in small groups, crafts and things like that. Again, always apply the energies to your life. But this is a gorgeous revival that is grounded, that is spiritual, that is healing. And you could also be connecting with a side of yourself that is about a new destiny. That for me is the Star card. We have Pluto in Aquarius. If this is related to money, which it might be, and career with the Empress, the Taurus energy, your 10th house of career, your second house of money is showing up here with the Hermit. So you could absolutely be deciding, you know what, I'm going to monetize my gifts and talents even more than I already have in some way. And I'm doing it, yes, I want, financial means, but I'm doing it in a way that nurtures my soul and that is very spiritually aligned for me. So this can absolutely be reviving maybe some sort of career, spiritual money path for yourself that you've been thinking about for a while, or you had to put aside for a while, but now you're coming back to it. You're working on it diligently. You're focused on it. And it is growing your joy. It's growing your creative joy. It's growing your spiritual joy. And let's hope it is also growing your bank account. But this can be revived for you. Are you going to revive it? Let me know in the comments. So the next asteroid we're going to talk about is Pallas. And she is about wisdom and strategy. She is the part of us that senses patterns, that figures out patterns and figures out your next move. And guess what? She's in Aries, the area of your chart connected with expansion, travel, learning, publishing, and expanding your world. So, Leo, what smart but bold move could take your life somewhere bigger this year? Let's ask the tarot. All right, Leo, a bold move, a courtesy of Pallas Athena in your 9th house. So what is that going to be for you? Let me know in the comments. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Aries, impatient. What are you impatient to get on with in your life? Well, you want to move out of some sort of sadness. Yeah, wow, look at this. 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords. 9 of Cups is in your heart. The 4 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Star again. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous healing energies. Again, we just had the Star over here. Now we're having it again. I think there are 2 destined situations in your life that are coming into view in your year ahead. I mean, it really truly is a year unlike any other, because we had the Star card twice. And yes, that's, the Aquarius, the house of other people. But as I said before, for me, this always looks like a star of destiny. Follow your star in the sky, make the wish upon the star, etc. And we have 2 cards here that signify heartbreak. So there could have been 2 very disappointing situations in your life. Maybe, yes, one was romantic, or something else going on that, some sort of loss. One could have been career or money related, right? Because even if we look at these cards over here, as I already explained them, they can work on a couple different levels. So, what I feel is going on here is the universe coming back around with a bold move for you to go after your wishes. Okay. But the thing is, here she is with the Four of Cups, and she has her little sweatshirt on that says over it, and she has her arms crossed in front of her. Now, what's interesting is both of these ladies do, the one in the Nine of Cups and also the one here in the Four of Cups. But the Nine of Cups one, she's sitting there with her arms kind of crossed like a little genie, right? Like she just has to go like this and her wishes will come true. Whereas this girl is sitting there going like, yeah, I dare you, universe, to actually bring me something good, because guess what? These other three things you brought me were not that great. I could use stronger language here, but I'm trying to, keep it family friendly. So that is the thing, right? It's like you're hopeful, you want this to happen. How are you going to be when it arrives? And this is the classic Pallas Athena situation. Because of course we're talking about getting out of a rut, making a bold move. This Four of Cups girl, the way she's sitting there, she's not ready to make a bold move. Despite the fact the universe is bringing something in, she's not maybe quite trusting it. And who can blame her when she's been through this mishigas over here? Have you been through this? Let me know. I mean, this is not ideal. So that is the thing going on here. But look, we have two cards of people offering you things, either literal people, the universe, or, just Jupiter in your sign, perhaps, with this Six of Cups, this Four of Cups. So the bold move is, I think, right? Because Pallas Athena is also about wisdom. We're talking about your ninth house, which is the house of beliefs and life philosophies and wisdom. So the wisdom here, the bold move, is to believe in this new path for yourself and to accept the things that are coming in with an open heart and open mind and see where that path leads you. That is the bold move, to allow yourself to leave whatever this is, the past, in the past. And sometimes that's easier said than done, of course. But also to know that you really deserve this healing as well. Because sometimes it can feel, let me know if you've ever felt this in your life. It can feel like we're betraying, like if this was a relationship, if it was somebody you really loved and God forbid they, passed on or something. If we enter a new relationship, like the Six of Cups or something, it can sometimes feel like we're betraying a person that we loved who's no longer here, right? When really, if they really loved us, they would want the best for us and would want us to be happy again. So it can be like that type of vibe also. And so this is what I'm feeling here. Like the bold move, the wisdom is to believe in this path forward, to believe in this healing, to accept this healing and joy into your life. I mean, the Six of Cups is a gorgeous energy. It is opening yourself up to receive kindness from the people around you, from the universe, etc. And the fact that we've had your seventh house show up twice now with the star, I think there could be a revitalization, like we were just talking with Isis, in terms of your relationships and your connections. If you have felt there has been a great emptying out in your life lately of people, which, yes, we can go through cycles like that in our lives as well. This year could be the year when there starts coming in a lot more aligned relationships, healing relationships, nurturing relationships, and also maybe relationships that are based in mutual interests a lot more. Three of Coins. Okay. And especially like creative activities and things like that. So I think the bold move here is to move toward a very lovely destiny, a destined relationship with somebody new, whether friendship, business, personal, and also a destined new wish that could be coming in exactly at the right time for you. And to not treat it with suspicion, but to treat it with joy and Here I am, universe. Bring it on. So our final asteroid is Vesta, and Vesta is the sacred flame. She shows us what and where and who we're devoted to, what we care enough about to keep tending that flame. She is also in Aries, in this part of your chart, connected with expanding beyond the world you already know. So, Leo, is it time for your passion to find a new home in the world? What deserves more of your fire in your birthday year ahead? It's the passionate flame of Vesta that's igniting your heart space. And Vesta is connected also with home. So this could be, maybe, yes, expanding your world to live in a different place. Now, you don't have to live abroad, which is ninth house stuff. You could just be living in a place that is very distant to where maybe you live now. It could be that there's a special journey that takes you to that place, like you have to go over a large mountain range or traverse a big river or something like that. But this would all be an aim of expanding your world in some way. And yes, travel can do that. Maybe your heart space is going to be really lit up with a special trip in the year ahead. Maybe you're really going to be wanting to, going back to our creative energies, and nurturing all of that we came up with before. It could be just spending time by yourself at some sort of spiritual retreat and writing a book. I mean, that's possible with these energies. Spiritual retreats where others, again, of like mind. I think you're really finding your like-minded people in the year ahead. But the ninth house is also things that are done on the internet. So maybe you're just one of those people who love using the internet and apps and technology for creativity. And this is Aries we're talking about. So trying new things, pioneering, and really being bold and exploring. And also perhaps for some of you, because not everybody has, a family or an extended friend circle, but Aries doesn't care. Aries is like, if I want to go do something, if I want to go tend my inner flame, on a spiritual retreat, I'm going to go do it. They're not afraid to do something on their own. So it can also be something like that, where you're feeling so passionate of expanding your world in some way that you're willing to go do it on your own. Maybe you'll meet other like-minded people wherever you're going, but you're not going to wait around for somebody else to accompany you. Talking about hanging, and then waiting around, we got the hanging man. The hangman and king of swords. 10 of swords in your heart. The 7 of coins. The 2 of swords. The 2 of cups. You might be going with somebody. You're going to meet somebody there. And the 6 of swords. You're going on a trip. You're going, Knight of Wands. Wow, look at this. Let's pull one more. And the Leo, the strength. Absolutely beautiful. But there's a process here that you are working through with this inner flame and energy. So we have waiting around. This is the thing with the hangman. And this king of swords, which is interesting. So there could have been something, yes, that you have been wanting to expand in your world that lights up your inner flame. But I feel like there's something going on here. And this 10 of swords, you can see everybody's poking at her brain in this card. There's the energy here of either people around you who are casting doubts, who are criticizing or just gossiping. But this could also be your inner critic. It could be a voice from your past with this king of swords, which could be male or female, doesn't matter. But that is very harsh in some way. That is very, who are you to think that you can do this particular thing? And it could be because they themselves, with the hangman, they never went out and did anything. So anybody who did do something, they had to criticize it. Okay, so it could be something like psychological that's going on with that. So there's something here where I think you are working through, we have the 7 of coins here, your ability to see above and beyond, because notice she's sitting on top of this apple tree in Vermont. That's what I think. Okay, apple tree in Vermont. Here she is, and she's looking at all of this. So you're able to look at the bigger picture of what this represents in your life. And we all have an internal critic. Every single one of us does that, comes out with fear and criticisms and doubts and all the shenanigans. But this 7 of Coins girl, she's like, if I want my life to expand and be bold and be bigger, I have to see beyond this. I'm gonna measure what I am really capable of. I'm gonna look at my bank account. I mean, I'm not gonna, like make silly decisions. It's coins, 7 of Coins we're talking about here. But also, I don't want my precious gifts to go to waste. I want to have a beautiful harvest in my life. And most of all, I am not done. I am not finished with harvesting my life for all the joy that it can give me. I mean, you've seen the other cards we've had come out. So that's why I think that there is something maybe you're putting into perspective. And maybe this is happening in Libra season because of the swords that are showing up here. When we have a Venus retrograde and we also have a Mercury retrograde, and you're just putting things into perspective, as we all will be during that time. Okay, we have Venus going retrograde October 3rd. We have the Mercury retrograde a few weeks after that. Everything clears out November 13th. So you may be, kind of just in that 7-week period. Here it is, the 7 of Coins, where you're examining those things. And that's the way to use the energy. That's what we talk about on this channel all the time, because then you're going to be like, okay, let me think about this. Let me think about this. 2 of Swords. And while you're thinking about it, there could be a very interesting proposal, 2 of Cups, very interesting offer. It could be from the universe. It could be from a friend. It could be from a business deal, whatever this represents, the 2 of Cups, having a conversation with someone that is mutually beneficial. There is goodwill on both sides. And this helps you because you've been clarifying this. And you even have 2 birds up here, right? Like, she's thinking about things. Somebody could help you really, and through a conversation, clarify your mindset, help you make a decision. But this person could also be bringing you the means to move forward with this Vesta initiative of resparking your inner flame, going on some bold adventure that stokes your inner flame. Could be brought to you through this 2 of Cups. It's like you've been thinking about it. And maybe this is what's going on during the Venus and Mercury retrograde. You're thinking about it, think about it. And then right after that, boom, the universe provides. We got the Aries red that is showing up here also, this person's outfit. And then we have the 6 of Swords because, yes, that helps you make up your mind. And then we have this beautiful Knight of Wands, the Leo energy. And then we have the Leo energy again with the Strength. So we have the thoughts accelerating, the 6 of Swords, and then we have the actions accelerating to something beautiful that you're going to be involved in. And what I think is beautiful about this too is that this moving forward, you have been through a ring of fire. I mean, we had that 3 of Swords before and the 5 of Cups. And you've been maybe through a ring of fire or trying to think about, getting beyond the criticisms that other people have to say about whatever it is you want to do. Because, they love to say things about Leo, don't they? But this is like you're reconnecting with your life force energy. We are talking about the inner flame, the Vesta, and the strengthening of that flame in your heart. And both of these 6 of Swords and Knight of Wands are travel energies. So there could be travel to a place that you feel like strengthens your roots, strengthens your creativity in some way, that you have been this is another possibility that you have been patiently waiting to visit one day, like it's been on your bucket list. Again, this is the energy, that could help free you and move you toward that destiny. It's very, very possible. Now, you might take this trip in Sagittarius season. The other time you might take it is in Aries season. I would say after April 1st would be better. to take this particular voyage. You may also be doing this before Jupiter leaves your sign, which happens at the end of July 2027. Because let's not forget that too. I mean, Jupiter in your sign, did you catch that video that I made for y'all? Can open up beautiful travel opportunities. Jupiter represents travel. So, and we're talking about your ninth house where Vesta is. So whichever way this is playing out for you, this is you, I think, working through some stuff from your past where you maybe, let me know in the comments if you felt you've held yourself back from really going for a big dream, like a big trip or a big, creative spiritual retreat or, all the other things that I mentioned. You really could start going for something with Pallas Athena and also with this Vesta that just revitalizes your energy so strongly. So now we've looked at what might be coming back to life that you're reviving, a bold move that you could make, and what deserves your fire. So we're going to pull a final card for your birthday year ahead. And we will see what is the message you most need to take with you into this next new year of your life. All right, let us see. Wow. Look at this energy, financial freedom. You may be feeling trapped in regards to the amount of money that is currently flowing into your life. Yeah, right now. But that is going to change. Look at the gorgeous Leo colors that are showing up here. We had money energies in this reading that also appeared as we discussed before. And it could be that because you're reconnecting with a creative passion, you're reconnecting maybe or making new friends, making new business connections with that star card we had twice. We're talking about your ninth house, of expansion and growth, etc. That may be the means of how you find that financial freedom. Let's just pull 2 cards real quick for that and see. Okay. All right, let's see. The financial freedom. 2 of Wands. The Hermit, who we had show up before, remember? It's your second house of money. The 3 of Wands. Wow. And the 10 of Coins. I'm not pulling any more cards. No, I'm not. Okay. I think this pairing here is very interesting. There is something important for you with this financial freedom to spiritually have a retrospective about what did or did not work out before. Like we had that 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords. You just taking a moment with the 2 of Wands to stand there and envision your life of where you thought it was going to go and also where it currently stands. Not to beat yourself up, but to take a spiritual inventory, as it were. To take a moment to be with yourself and realize that was then, this is now. I have an entire new year ahead of me where I can build anew. Okay, but there is something I think to put to rest of your past, which I mentioned before, because the 10 of Coins future that you want for yourself is going to come, I think, out of envisioning a new future for yourself. Reconnecting, yes, perhaps with joys and creativity and talents that you had before, but you're doing them in a different way. That is the thing with the 3 of Wands. And guess what? The 2 and 3 of Wands is also Aries energy. So if you want to build financial freedom with the 10 of Coins, which is also your 6th house, the Capricorn, of work and well-being, then the work needs to be aligned with your well-being. That star card that we had twice. And it needs to be creating a future for yourself that is very much bold, that is very much aligned with your energy, that lights you up. This is not the same old things. And also there's something here about looking at your longer term future as well. I'm not saying you got to come up with a 10-year plan, but maybe the next 3 years. What you do this year is really setting you up for the next couple of years in your life. So think about that as well with this financial freedom, especially. Take that spiritual inventory, which also ties in with our 7 of coins that I was talking about before. And accept that's the past. Wherever you were, it's okay. Because guess what? Your future's coming in here and it looks pretty darn good. So, Leos, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me today. And there's more Leo videos on my channel. You might want to check out these over here. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Happy birthday. Stella Wilde signing out.